Afternoon, Nerf Nation. Welcome back to the Cj Nerf Channel. Today I have a Dartzone Blaster review, range test, and chronograph test for you. I'm pretty excited about this one because I've had this playlist in my description of my videos for quite a while for Dartzone products, and this is going to be the very first review that I add to that playlist. I do have close to 6 to 10 of those blasters. I just hadn't gotten around to doing some of the reviews since I have so much stuff to catch back up on. So the very first blaster we're going to do from the Dartzone brand is actually what's in direct competition with the rival line behind me, and that is the Powerball pump action blaster from Zone Ballistix Ops. Pretty excited about this. You know, it's a beautiful thing when companies compete because us, the consumer, win, and I love that. The Powerball Blaster comes with everything you see here. The blaster itself, a hopper, and 8 of the Dartzone high impact rounds. And let's quickly go over the Powerball Blaster by Dartzone and go over some of its features and show you how this blaster works. First thing you're going to notice the minute you take a look at it is it's very Rampage-esque in its design, just like the Nerf Blaster, and pretty much operates the same way. You just pull back on the priming mechanism in the front, pull the trigger, and as you can tell from the loudness of the spring, this blaster's got some serious power behind it. Here is the toggle switch to release, get this, the hopper. That's right, I love the fact they put a hopper on this blaster. So you simply lift up the top, drop them in the hopper, means loading is extremely quick. Okay, once your hopper is loaded, you can go ahead and make sure the trigger safety is off. This is the button for that. If you notice, we are locked and loaded, but because the mechanism is engaged, I cannot pull the trigger. Once I push that button, whole different story. Ooh, well, the ricochet actually hurt with that. Nice. All right, up here, in case you have a jam, this is to actually reset the blaster. So in order to get rid of a jam, you would simply pull down on this toggle switch, lift the hopper out, do kind of what you need to do in there, slap that back, hit the reset switch, and you are ready to go from there, my friends. One of the other things I just want to quickly talk about is the Dartzone high impact round, just like the rival round. I actually like this design better. Take a look at the little triangles they have all over it, as well as the D and the Z. I hope you can see that on the camera. The foam feels pretty identical to Nerf. We are going to try to shoot Nerf balls through that blaster and see if that actually works too, which I'm sure it's going to, or at least I hope it's going to. So let's get to the range test and really put this thing to work. All right, guys, time to range test the Powerball Blaster and see what this thing actually can do. We're going to do it on the indoor range today at 25 feet because outside it is pouring and my driveway is flooded. I also read in the directions that it is compatible with the Nerf Rival magazine, so we're going to test that as well. So let's go. All right, here we go. Okay, those first ones were the orange Dartzone balls. These are now the rival balls from Nerf. What it looks like coming at you. Now that thing bounced back 25 feet on impact and hit the blaster. All right, as you can see that this blaster fires extremely hard, and it fires rival rounds, and it also fires the Dartzone balls. And I had zero problems with this hopper. Okay guys, let's take a look at the Powerball Chrono test results. We took 10 shots with both the DZ balls and the Nerf Rival rounds. The DZ balls came in at an average of 90 feet per second after 10 shots, and the Nerf Rival balls came in at a hefty 98 feet per second. So a little bit more of a boost with the Nerf Rival rounds, but that's a good thing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and test out the Nerf Rival mags and see how they perform in the Powerball Blaster. And I'm going to be honest with you right off the bat here. I've been shooting these a little bit off camera, and I keep having problems with double feeding in the Powerball Blaster, especially with the spring on the Nerf Rival mag. So I don't know if that is just the blaster that I have, and there's a slight problem. Not really sure, but we're going to show it to you on camera right now. There it is. You guys, okay. So not as bad as I've had it in the past, but let's go ahead and put in a 12-round magazine and see how this works out. There's two. There's two again. Two again. Okay, very awkward. I mean, it's clear as day on camera. I'm not doing anything outside the ordinary. I mean, I didn't overload and put a 13th round in this magazine, which it actually can hold. I've just done the normal 12. Slap it in like normal. Prime it. Right after the first one, you'll notice I get that double problem again. But every once in a while, it's an every once in a while problem, as you can tell. But let's do one more, because I want to be in the interest of being thorough, right? So here we go. Oh, that feels like one. There we go. Alright guys, that'll do it for the Nerf Rival compatible portion of this range test. So let's get upstairs and we'll give you my final opinion of this blaster. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time to give you my overall opinion of the Powerball from Dartzone. And as you know, we do a 5 different category system with a 5-star rating in order to give you an average rating to know whether or not to either buy it or leave it at the store. All right, guys, having said all that, let's begin with cost. And this blaster will earn top marks in that category because of the fact that this blaster average retails for about $18 US, and you can find it at your local Target. Moving on to firepower, we're gonna give it slightly less than perfect and give it a 4. I do like the fact that the way it performed with both the Dartzone balls and the Nerf Rival balls. Of course, the Nerf Rival balls had a little bit better of a performance boost, and I also like the fact that I'm not gonna have to go out and buy a whole new set of balls. I can always use my Rival rounds in this blaster. Okay, but where I had a problem with the firepower portion of this, which actually going to tie into the customization a little bit too, was the fact that when I used the Nerf Rival magazines, I had a problem with it actually chopping darts. And what do I mean by that? Well, you guys saw how the problems I was having with the priming. And if you kind of look here, I actually have pieces of foam off of balls when I was having that problem, and I kept getting double shots. So just so you can see, here are the portion of the rounds that actually got chopped. I'm missing chunks out of some of the balls. So, and then here's a piece that was peeling back. So that just goes to show you, here's another one. So out of all the balls I shot, I only had 4 that had that issue where it got chopped, but that's kind of where I have to like kind of drop firepower down a little bit. And that can really tie into customization, which is why I dropped that one down a 0.2. I didn't have that much success with the Nerf mags. It was really awkward, and I never had a really feeling like I had a very smooth prime. Now, keep in mind that the prime on this blaster is a little bit difficult. So if you're a younger Nerfer, you gotta put some muscle into this one. And after shooting, I don't know, about 200-300 rounds, I kind of had to switch hands for a couple minutes. Just for a couple seconds though. Definitely getting back to the customization, I love the fact that the Rival round shot very well through this hopper. I kind of wish the hopper had a little bit more capacity because it only feels like you can throw 8 in there, and if you overload it like I did in the video, you'll see what happens. Easy use, I actually really like it. The prime is a little bit difficult though, so for you younger Nerfers, again, I'm gonna lower the point because it's a little bit tougher for, you know, I would say somebody under maybe 7, 8. you're gonna struggle with this. Getting into quality, the blaster itself is actually really solid. It definitely, there's no parts that really rattle. It's a very tight fit on the priming mechanism. It definitely doesn't rattle. It doesn't, just really overall a very solid offering from Dartzone. It's the first blaster I ever reviewed from them, and I'm absolutely thrilled with it. With the exception of the one hiccup I had with the Nerf Rival magazines. So if you add these up and divide by 5, you're going to come out to a 4.3. My recommendation is an absolute buy for this blaster. All right, to all my Nerf fans out there, that's going to do it for my review of the Zone Ballistix Ops Powerball Blaster. Wow, that was a mouthful. If you enjoyed this blaster review, do me a favor, take your finger and aim down there at the thumbs up button and click it. I really appreciate that support. And if this is your first time to my channel, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more reviews just like this one. If you guys like this review of my Dartzone product, do me a favor, leave me a comment, let me know your feedback. I would love to hear it and communicate with you. That'll do it, guys. Have a great day, and from our family to yours, keep shooting, everybody. Have a wonderful day.